Hello viewers. So in my previous video I have already discussed about statistics. We have already started statistics. Next from RS Agarwal class 9 we have done bar graph chapter from exercise 14a, exercise 14a chapter, that is the tally marks is given, frequency is given, okay, variable variate that was given. So exercise 14a we have finished. Next come to the next chapter, that is bar graph from statistics. The next chapter is bar graph. Okay, from statistics. Now for to know about bar graph we have to first know that graphical representation of data. Data we have already know. Next we have to know the graphical representation of data. Now the tabular representation of data is an ideal way of presenting them in a systematic manner. Or okay, when these numerical figures are represented pictorially or graphically, the numerical figure is represented by pictorially or graphically, they become more noticeable. That should catch our eye, more noticeable and easily intelligible, leaving a more lasting effect on the mind of the observer. With the help of this picture or graph, data can compared easily. Now in this chapter we shall be deal with three types of graph, namely bar graph, second is histogram, and the last one is frequency polygon. Now bar graph, here bar graph is my first chapter. Understood? What is a bar graph? Bar graph or column graph? Or column graph. In a bar graph, bar of uniform width are drawn with various height. The height of a bar represents the frequency of the corresponding observation. As compared to the written statement, the graphical representation of statistical data has a more smoothing effect on mind. We understand them more easily. Now, what is a bar graph? Since I have no graph, I have not able to put any graph like here. I am drawing a bar graph, but that's for my assuming. I taking this is as one data along this horizontal axis. There will be two axes, one horizontal axis, one vertical axis. Understood? So I have to take one data along this horizontal axis, one data along this vertical axis. Then we can draw the bar graph, the respective bar graph. The bar graph actually why it is known as bar graph, because there should be several bars are given. Okay, rectangular shape. That's why it is called a bar graph. Now, without delaying, I am starting one math so that you can understand it. So, let us take one example. Example number 1. Example number 1. 70 students from a locality use different modes of transport to go school as given below. Okay. Now the data is given mode and modes of transport, number of student, okay. Now the table is given, table I am drawing here, this is car, bus, next moped, next bicycle, next rickshaw, okay. Next, so number of student corresponding to that mean modes of transport used by the students for going to school actually. So here car is 4, this is 27, next 11, next 20, next 8. Okay, so draw a bar graph representing the above data. Now how can we draw this, the bar graph? So first we have to take, I am drawing it clearly so that you can better understand. Now for that we have to take one axis that is along vertical, that is y axis we can name it, and one horizontal, that is x axis we can name it. Understand? Now we can represent the modes of transport along horizontal axis. We can take the modes of transport along horizontal axis. That is the first data we can represent that along horizontal axis, modes of transport. Okay. Next, number of student along vertical axis. Number of student along vertical axis. Understood? So now we have to draw a bar graph. Now suppose we have to divide that, that is, this is my 1, I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, this is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, okay. Next, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Actually, I can't represent it. So, we have to take a small gap. That is, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. So now, so this is actually, this we have to plot in a graph page. This is not my proper drawing. I am just for understanding I am drawing it. Hope you are able to see it. So this, now first we have to take car. Now from car we have to start from this. Now the number of students will be 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we take this bar as car, so we should start away from here. So this is my required bar graph related to car. We can write it car, or we can write in the below that it is car. Okay. Next, bus. So we can since it is a bar graph, we can given a gap between two rectangles. Next, bus. Bus started from here. Now this is 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 27. So we should start from here. We should start. We have to draw a straight line, proper straight line. So this is 20. This is the highest number. Hope you are able to see. So this is by bus. We can write it by bus. This is by bus. Okay. Next, moped. Moped by 11. That is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. This is my 11. So the level should be like there. So we should start from here. This is by my moped. Moped. Okay. Next, bicycle. Bicycle is my 20. If we can leveling that, don't need to leveling that. For drawing I am leveling. You don't level it. You just draw the column, the rectangles. Next, by bicycle. By bicycle it was 20. This is 20. 20. Okay. So that's it for 20. That is for 20. 20. Okay. This is bicycle. Bicycle. Next, rickshaw. Rickshaw is 8. 7, 8. Rickshaw. So this is my rickshaw. This is my rickshaw. So that is my required bar graph or column graph, whatever you say. We have to, if we have said this, that will be looks like better. Understood? So here we can setting here. Okay. So this is my required bar graph for the first question. The question is given here. Okay. Next. So for this method, we can draw a bar graph. We have to take the modes of transport or the first data that is given in the column and in the horizontal line, and number of students, that is the vertical line, and we can draw the rectangle. That is my answer. Next, reading a bar graph. Next, reading a bar graph. So this is drawing a bar graph. This is drawing a bar graph. Drawing a bar graph. Next is reading a bar graph. Reading a bar graph. Now for reading a bar graph, suppose we have a bar graph is given like that. This bar graph is given to me, suppose. Okay. This bar graph suppose is given to me. Now what we have to do? We have to read this bar graph. That is, we have to make this chart from this bar graph. That is modes of transport, number of students. Now here modes of transport, car. Now here we can count that after how many, 1 2 3 4, so 3 steps the car should, after that we should draw rectangles. So this is 1 2 3 4, so this is my car. Understood that? So we can write the table: modes of transport, modes of transport, and number of students. Okay, first is car, next is bus, next is moped, next is bicycle, next rickshaw. So car, my car is 4. Okay, now from here we can count that the by mode of bus, the bus is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, that is 27. There is my 27. So we have to, if we name it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27. Okay, so this is by bus, so bus is equal to 27. Next, come to moped. Moped is how many? 11. This is my 11. So this is 11. Next, bicycle. Bicycle is 20. For 20 we can write. Next, rickshaw. From counting here, we can get that rickshaw is equal to how much? 8. So we can write 8. So that is the reading of a bar graph. The opposite of drawing of a bar graph. Understood that? So here various types of questions are given, and the solutions are also given. And exercise 14b. EX 14b is contained, RS Agarwal, class 9. EX 14b of RS Agarwal, that contain this chapter, statistics chapter, that is bar graph chapter. So for that you should go through the questions, and you have to take the respective graph paper, and you have to put that according to given data. So that is the bar graph. Now since there are various types of questions are given, and these questions we have to plot in graph page, not in this board. So that's why I am not able to solve it in board. I have just given a preliminary idea about statistics bar graph. Understood that? Now this bar graph is started from, actually, if you go to see, it is started from class 5, 6, then class 7, 8, 9. Actually the preliminary idea is started from class 7, class 5. Understood that? Next class 6, class 7, class 8, next up to class 9. I think class 10 should be there. So that is the our class for bar graph. Next come to another topic. The topic is related to histogram. Bar graph. Next come to histogram. What is histogram? This topic was from bar graph. Next topic is from histogram. So we can erase it. Histogram. Histogram. Now What is histogram? A histogram is the graphical representation of a frequency distribution in exclusive form. Okay, exclusive form. You have to mind that the frequency should be in exclusive form. That means continuous form. I have already told you that about the continuous form or discontinuous form, exclusive, inclusive form. Now, a histogram is a graphical representation of a frequency distribution in the form of rectangles with class intervals as bases, and the corresponding frequencies are the heights, there being no gap between any two successive rectangles. That is the main thing. It is the same as bar graph, but here the gap between the two rectangles that I have, the gap between the two rectangles that I have drawn, that should be 0. Understood that? So that if the gap is 0, that is called a histogram. Now let us take one example so that you can understand. A simple example. Example is given here. The example is given here. What is given here? Marks. Next, number of student or frequency. Number of student or frequency. Frequency. Marks 10 to 20, 7, 20 to 30, 11, 30 to 40, 9, 40 to 50, 13, 50 to 60, 16, 60 to 70, 4, 70 to 80, 2. Okay, so we have to draw a bar graph of that. Now for that again we have to draw two axes, one vertical axis and one horizontal axis. Hope you can able to see. Now this is x, this is y. Now again we can divide it. This should be divided. We can plot marks over here, marks over here. Okay, over this axis the marks should be put it up, and over there the number of students, number of students. Now we are taking this this as one gap. No, actually we should take more gap. Here the data, the highest data is 16, so we can take more gap so that we can better understand. That is, it is 1, next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and now it is 16. So I am marking it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, this is 16. Understood? Next, from here 10 to 20. So we should take the interval from here, that is, this is 0. Next, this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, this is 30 to 40, this is 50, this is 60, this is 70, this is 80, okay, this is 80, this is 90. Up to 90 if we take, that should be that should be enough. Now I suggest you that I am just for giving the concept or idea, I am drawing this, how to draw. Now this never should be done in a board or in a blackboard or in a marker board like that. It's only done in graph page, otherwise it's not possible, it's not be accurate. Understood that? I am mentioning that. I have given the idea how can you draw. Next, so this is 10 to 20. From 10 to 20, figures in number of students is equal to 7. So we start from here. 7, this is my 7. So if we leveling that, this is my 7. So here it is the required bar graph. Next, 20 to 30, it is 11. It is 11. Okay. Next, 30 to 40, it is 9. So 30 to 40, it is 9. 9. Now, I hope that you can understand the difference between the bar graph and the histogram. There is no gap between the two respective rectangle. Understood that? Next, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Next, 40 to 50, that is 13. So if we take 13 over here, 40 to 50, 40, 50. So this is 40 to 50. By joining that. Next, 60 to 70, 4. 60 to 70. Sorry, 50 to 60, 16. Sorry, 50 to 60 or 50 to 60, 16. So this is 16. This is the highest number. 16, 50 to 60. Fifty to 16, 50 to 60. This is the 50 to 60. Next, if we move over that, next comes 60 to 70. For 60 to 70, 4 data should be there. So for 60 to 70, this is 4, this is the 4. 60 to 70. Next bar graph. Next, 70 to 80. 70 to 80. 70 to 82. 70 to 80. 2 data should be there. This is 2. Understood? So that is my my required histogram. Understood that? So that is the histogram. So we can write here this is 7. We have to write the numbers in the top. This is 7, this is 11, this is 13, this is 9, this is 16, this is 4, and this is 2. Okay. What this is 2. Understood that? Now actually we don't have to draw this. For leveling we are drawing that. Remove it. Remove this so that we can understand better the required bar graph. So this is my required histogram. Sorry, this is my required histogram. The picture of the required histogram. Now I am showing you the frequency polygon of this, giving you the frequency polygon for this relative statistics or this data. Now for drawing the frequency polygon we have to start from here, from 0 to 10. We have to take one extra, that is from where the histogram is ending, one extra interval from here and one extra interval from the ending. Okay. Now suppose if we take the midpoint of the bar graph, we are taking the midpoint of the bar graph, histogram. So we should start from here, that is 10, 0 plus 10, 0 plus 10 by 2, that is 5. So we should start from 5, the midpoint. Okay, and we should draw a straight line. The midpoint we should draw a straight line. Okay. Next, this straight line should be drawn to that. Okay. Next, this straight line should be drawn to that point. Next, this should be drawn to that point. Next, this should be drawn to that point. Next, this comes to the midpoint of this. Okay. Next, these are all straight line, student. These are all straight line. Okay. All should be straight line. Otherwise, there should be mistake. So next, this should become over this point. Next, the middle of this point. We should start from here. So if we name it, that A here, it is B, it is C, it is D, it is E, F, it is G, it is H, and it is I. So we can say that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I is my required frequency polygon. My required frequency polygon. Understood that? So that is the concept of frequency polygon. So I am giving you the concept of frequency polygon as well as the histogram. Hope that you should understand it. I hope that you should understand it. Now if you not understand, then comment me in my comment box so that I can give you the better idea for that. Now that's it for today's topic. Here various types of questions are given in R.S. Agarwal math book. So we should do the questions severally along with this histogram and frequency polygon. Now for the introductory idea, this class is now should be come to an end. So see you in the next class or next session. For that, please keep watching my channel and please do subscribe. The more you should subscribe, I get hope that I can make my video from better and better, and definitely I will make the video of educator related video that should be helpful from from mathematics, that should be helpful from uh, mathematics subject to the students of class 9 8 9 or 10 11 12 higher studies. Even I will make the videos from graduation only also, honors course. So that's it for today, and on again last request that do subscribe my channel, please watch my channel, and that's it. Thanks.